Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video are the latest arrival and departure travel requirements for foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist, 9A visa, 13A SRRV for the month of March 2025. Details coming up. So it's the new month. Let's update the travel requirements for arrival and departure to and from the Philippines for the month of March 2025. Let's take up foreign nationals entering the Philippines as a tourist. Here's your latest travel requirements to and from the Philippines. First, of course, your valid passport. As a holder of a foreign passport, the 6 months rules apply. So make sure that your passport have at least 6 months of validity before you travel to the Philippines. Because if it's less than 6 months, that is ground for denied boarding. So before even booking that flight to the Philippines, make sure to check your passport if it's still valid to travel internationally. Next is plane ticket. It's important to have a plane ticket because you're not going anywhere without your plane ticket. There are certain rules for foreigners traveling to the Philippines as a tourist, especially if you guys are staying or your return date is more than 30 days. What other foreigners do is they buy a throwaway ticket on the sideline to satisfy this requirement. This is only if your return date is more than 30 days. It's the airlines that checks this requirement because you can stay in the Philippines longer than 30 days. You will be given a visa upon arrival for 30 days for free. Then you can extend if you decide to stay longer. So make sure to secure this requirement. That way it's not a hassle on your part when you get to the airport. But if you're just staying in the Philippines for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, your return date should be good. E-travel, yes, this is still required. I highly suggest to do your e-travel 3 days before you depart from your country of origin. Most airlines are checking e-travel nowadays, so I highly suggest to do this before even heading to the airport. If you are using eTravel for the first time, make sure you have an account. Create your account with eTravel, then generate that QR code. It's either it can be saved on your phone or you can print them out. As I've heard from travelers coming in and out of the Philippines, on your final step, exiting the airport, customs are actually scanning your QR code from your eTravel before you can get out of the airport. So make sure it's ready. Make sure you guys have registered. And just in case they don't check this anymore, this is because they can already see it in the system once they have scanned your passport. So make sure to do your e-travel registration before you depart from your country of origin heading to the Philippines. Entry visa. This is for nationals coming from the visa required country. You cannot enter the Philippines unless you have a valid visa that you have applied for at the nearest Philippine embassy or consulate in your area. There are countries that are visa free to the Philippines under the Executive Order 408, but there are also countries that are visa required to the Philippines and must have a valid visa before you can enter. So if you guys are nationals of these countries, the visa required countries secure that entry visa to the Philippines. For nationals coming from the visa-free countries, your visa will be given to you upon arrival into the Philippines. And this is the first initial 30 days for free. You can extend this if you want to stay longer. So for 13A and SRRV, you will still need a valid passport, at least with 6 months of validity in it. This type of visas are residents in the Philippines. For your plane ticket, this is one of the perks of being a resident in the Philippines. You can actually travel on a one-way ticket. Just make sure you have your ACRI card for 13A and PRA ID for SRRV. E-travel is still required for this category. Coming into the Philippines, make sure to register before you head to the airport, or if this is the first time you are hearing e-travel or first time using it, make sure to create an account, then register. Print the QR code or you can save it on your phone. Some departure reminders for foreign nationals departing from the Philippines. E-travel is no longer required. You don't need to register anymore when you depart the Philippines. This is only required when you arrive the Philippines. So no need to do the e-travel within 3 days, only when departing the Philippines. For exit clearance, or foreign nationals who have stayed in the Philippines for more than 6 months, particularly for foreign tourists, you must secure an exit clearance certificate or ECC at the nearest Bureau of Immigration in your area. You can also do this online or at the airport if you have a long layover before you head out from the Philippines. Please take note, if you are here for less than 6 months, this is not required. For 13A, it's the same. You have to secure exit clearance if you have stayed in the Philippines for 6 months or more. For SRRV, they are exempted on this clearance regardless of how long they have stayed in the Philippines. For travel tax, tourists, you only pay travel tax if you have stayed in the Philippines for more than 1 year. If it's less than 1 year, you don't need to pay for this. This also applies to SRRV. For 13A, regardless of your stay in the Philippines, once you depart the Philippines, you will have to pay for travel tax. It's 1,620 pesos for economy seat and 2,700 pesos for business class. You can either pay this at the airport because they have counters there, or you can do this ahead of time by paying it online. For foreign nationals traveling with their former Filipino wife, dual citizen wife, green card holder, or permanent resident, or vice versa, you are actually eligible to avail for the Balikbayan program. This is a 1-year visa for free. So if you guys are traveling with your foreign spouse, make sure to bring some proof of affiliation. So that is your marriage certificate. And if you are traveling with your kids, bring their birth certificates respectively. Give the immigration officer a heads up if you guys are availing for the Balikbayan visa. That way, you are given the Balikbayan visa during your immigration process. Because there are some kababayans who forgets or did not really think about it to approach the immigration officer that they are availing for the Balikbayan visa and not given a Balikbayan visa. Especially if the immigration officer is not saying anything, it wouldn't hurt if you will give them a heads up that you are availing. Granted, there are some that are giving this automatically, but there are some who don't. So give them a heads up, that way you can avail for this, especially if you're staying in the Philippines for longer periods of time. Travel insurance, this is now optional. So if you want to avail for this, that's completely up to you, but I highly suggest it because you'll never know the emergencies that you are going to have in the Philippines. God forbid, let's stay away from it. But just in case, purchase travel insurance. If you can squeeze this in your budget, make sure to buy those travel insurance that you can use in the Philippines. Unvaccinated, we still have some inquiries about this. This has been long lifted. They don't require RT-PCR test or antigen anymore. You can travel freely to the Philippines without having to show them any proof that you are an unvaccinated traveler. So if you are still a little leery traveling to the Philippines as an unvaccinated, please don't, because the Philippines is open. You can travel whether you're unvaccinated or vaccinated. They don't even check for vaccination card or certificates anymore for vaccinated travelers. So these are now the travel requirements that they ask from you if you are traveling to the Philippines as a foreign tourist. 9A, 13A SRRV, as well as departing from the Philippines for the month of March 2025. And to those of you who have just recently arrived or depart from the Philippines under this category, if you guys could share your experience coming in and out of the Philippines to give our fellow foreign nationals a heads up, I would really appreciate it. So this is the latest. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Again, guys, thank you so much for the continuous support and trust to our channel and to our family. Hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone.